Hello and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I share tips, tricks, and hacks to help you to continue to be a bomb.com mom. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So today I want to talk about something that I know a lot of parents have struggled with or concerns about, or they're just not quite sure exactly how to juggle it. I'm a mom of multiple children. I've got 4 little kiddos. And so when you have multiple children, you want to make sure that you're giving each one exactly what they need, right? But how the heck do you do that when you have so much to do, when you have so many things on your plate, right? So today we're going to talk about how to individually love your child when you have multiple children. If that interests you, keep watching. So let's get into it, girl. Let's get into it. Don't mind me acting up. Do not mind me. Okay, so today we're going to talk about loving on children and loving them individually when you have multiple children so that no child feels left out. When my children were growing up, I would take them on what I would call dates. Now, again, I've got multiple children and they were pretty close in age. So to me, that was pretty cool because I kind of like got them in, got them out, you know? So right now I'm on the out stage. All my children are teenagers. I know it's obvious that I started having them when I was 3 years old. Yeah, I'm probably in the Guinness Book of World Records for the youngest mom. Definitely 3 years old is when I started having my children. But anyway, when they were growing up, I would take my children on individual dates. Now, here's how you can do that. Now, this didn't necessarily have to cost money. These dates would range from us just sitting downstairs, just me and him, watching a movie, to us going out, getting something to eat, and going to see a play. Every child is different, so figure out exactly what your child likes. Here's how to do that. You go to your child and you say, hey Billy, hey Sarah, hey Tina, what are you into? Now, some of us, we already know what our children are into, right? You know, Billy likes Ninja Turtles, you know, Sarah likes Dunkin' Donuts, and you know, Tina likes Law and Order SVU. She likes it. That's why she's my favorite, right? She's my favorite baby. You come here and you sit on mama's lap. Let's spend some quality time, right? Just kidding. But no, seriously. So you figure out exactly what your child is into, but into the most. Like, what's the coolest thing that they really like to do? Now, if the coolest thing that they really like to do is not necessarily something that you're into, tough cookies. You got to do it anyway. Yeah, I'm telling you. You got to do it anyway. I know. I just told you in last video it's about self-care. Well, we done with that. Hopefully you already took care of yourself. Hopefully you already got your nap in, right? Hopefully you did. Your nap and your snack. And so now you can go over here and you can watch your son build characters on his game in his station box or whatnot. You know what the kids are doing these days. You know what they're doing. You might have to go and you might have to watch him do that. I don't know, or do it with him. Get on that controller and you X and O it out for about an hour, right? That's a date. Go and get you some slushies, something real simple, maybe some pizza rolls. I don't know. This is your date. You're going to do what you want to do, but you're going to do it for about an hour or 2. Now, because this is a prolonged date, you don't need to do this every single week. You can set a date for every 2 weeks, but it's a time that you intentionally set for you and your child. It's just you and him or her, and you're just doing whatever it is you guys like to do. Again, it's always fun when you can find something that you like too, right? We already know what I like. we know what I like to do. I like SVU. I can remember watching SVU, and I don't know if it was SVU, but it was one of the Law and Orders, because we know there have been 739. Who knows which one they're on right now? I don't know. I'll be honest. All I know right now is SVU, personally. But there's multiple Law and Orders, and I was watching them when I was growing up with my mother. I was old enough. I think I was like 9 or 10, 11, 12. I was like 10, 11, 12, 13. So like that's like when you start getting into it, you know. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. I can distinctly remember when my mom would send me to bed, which was 8 o'clock, right? For some reason I would play around, because back when I was growing up, again, few years ago, because I was 3 when I started having children. Okay? Don't do the math. Don't do the math. Okay? But anyway, when I was growing up, Law and Order would come on at 9 o'clock, right? And so what would I do? I would play around and lollygag until 8 o'clock, right? Until 9 o'clock. And then I would go outside into the living room, and my mom's watching Law and Order SVU. And something I learned about my mom is that if you get out of bed when you're not supposed to be out of bed, and you say, "Hey mom, can you grease my scalp?" right? She would totally grease your scalp. She'd be in the middle of greasing your scalp. Don't ask till 9 though, if you want to catch the show, right? Don't let your kids watch this, because I'm going to give away some tea, some tricks they might use on you. But something I used to do is I go out there about 9 o'clock. "Hey mom, can you grease my scalp?" And then she'll be just greasing my scalp. "Yeah, babe, come here, I'll grease your scalp." "Thanks, mom." Right? Well, what I figured out is that if I don't say a word, I'm barely breathing out there, she would let me stay. Yes. Now this could be where I'm not going to call it an obsession. I'm going to call it my really deep like for Law and Order started. Okay? I was about between 10 and 12 years old, and I'm hooked. It's over. It's over. I am officially hooked on Law and Order. Anyway, I digress. So, you could be lucky, and you could have you a Tina who really likes Law and Order. So you and her date could be going in there, taking your dinner. Okay, take your dinner in front of the TV. It's okay. I know we shouldn't be doing it. It's just once. But dinner and a movie, okay? We're going to take your food, or maybe it's after dinner, you're going to take your ice cream sundaes, and you're going to sit down and you're going to watch Law and Order for an hour. Just you and her. Wherever those other kids are, they got to skedaddle. They can't even be in the room with you because it's a date. Now, of course, you want to talk to your child, you want to hang with your child, but really, this is just a time for you and your one child to bond over something that you both like. Do you see how I still remember watching Law and Order with my mother, like, even though it was umpteen years ago, and it's still one of the highlights of my childhood, and it was something so simple? Yeah. That's exactly how Tina's gonna be if you find out what it is she's into, and then you go and do it with her. Let's talk about outside dates, okay? You might want to splurge, and you might want to go shopping. Yes, go shopping with one of your children, because guess what? Little Steven might like to shop. Take him to get a pair of tennis shoes. That's a twofer right there. Steven already needed tennis shoes, but you took him on a date to get tennis shoes. Oh, now it's an event. You guys stop over at the Chick-fil-A, you get some nuggets, you get some lemonade, some mac and cheese, some fries. I'm getting hungry. Let me stop talking about it. You go on over there, you get you a little snack pack or whatnot. You bought his shoes, and then you sit down and you chit chat about whatever whatever little Steven wants to talk about. Little Steven is going to be talking about rocks and sky and robots and pumpkins and tater tots and real random, because you know kids. And then if they're into something, let them talk about it. And guess what? Just listen. That's it. You sit down, no cell phones, no scroll zone, okay? All dates with your children are no scroll zone. Yes. Undivided attention. Again, when you're giving that child that undivided attention, all they're going to know is how much I was loved. They're not going to care that it was just sitting in the living room for free, watching some SVU. They're not going to care that it was some tennis shoes that they already needed, but you made it an event. Don't take the other kids with you. Just you and Steven go out if possible, of course. If you need to take all the other children, then guess what? Bonus, it's a date for all of your children. All of them. My grandma, all of them. But anywho, so if there's something that you find your child is into, you go and you do that with them. Super simple. And you make sure that you keep it consistent, right? So like if you're going on a date with Billy this week, next week you'll go on a date Tina. The next week you're going to go on a date with Robert. The next week you're going to go back with, who was it? Steven? I'm losing track. Stop having all these kids, guys. It's too many. I can't keep track. But you get my drift, right? So you're going to keep it consistent. Maybe make yourself a little chart, put it on the calendar or something like that. But you're just going to date back to back. Now, you're probably thinking, well, if I'm taking Billy out, then won't Tina get upset because she's not involved because I'm spending all this time with Billy? Nope. Because you have it set up with all of them. So Tina knows her week is next week. It's written right there on the calendar, or it's right there in your notes, or there's a sticky pad on the fridge, or you're putting it in your iCal, or you're putting it in your family cal. However you're keeping track of it, you're keeping track of it. And so Tina knows her week is coming up. And then guess what? Steven knows his week is coming up. And so, boom, everybody's happy. Now, 3 things are happening right now. Number 1, you're getting to know who your child is. Because let me tell you something about children. They don't necessarily tell you, hey mom, this is who I am. They don't say that kind of stuff. Now, if you're really good and you got that mom ear, that dad ear, oh yeah, then you're gonna be like, oh, this is who my child is. This is what my child wants, right? But guess what? Moms and dads, sometimes we have blocks because we have a gabajillion things on our plates that we do. I know I'm not the only one. I am one busy mama. And I am not gonna lie, I can't keep track of what you kids are into. I don't know what's going on. I'm lost. You done lost me. Okay? I don't know what you want. But if I'm sitting with you while we're eating our ice cream sundae, oh, you're gonna chat. Oh, you're gonna talk, and all I'm gonna do is listen. And I'm gonna get to know who my baby is, right? Number 2, quality time. Let me tell you something. This is something that I found in my journey. The number 1 way to let a child know that you love them, spend some time with them. Spend some time with that baby. And when you spend some time with them doing what they like to do consistently, Ooh, let me tell you what's gonna stop. Their attitudes. They're not really gonna have attitudes, because boy, oh boy, kids, whoo, they have some attitudes. But guess what? They're not gonna have very many attitudes. They're gonna wanna help you more. They're gonna wanna see you more. You know how sometimes your kids are like, Mom, get out of my face and get out of my business, right? That's as they get older, right? Kids, they just don't want to be around their parents anymore once their parents get older. But if you implement something like this when they're younger, number one, and number two, it's never too late to implement this. Never too late. That's something that I want you guys to know. It is never too late to start filling your child's bucket. If you're in a place where you're like, I don't know what the heck is going on with Jimmy. Jimmy don't want to talk to me. Jimmy started wearing all black every day and like he just sad all the time. Guess what Jimmy might want? I'm not going to say definitely. Jimmy might want some time with you. Talking about what Jimmy likes to talk about. Not having you tell him, Jimmy, you need to wear some other colors. Jimmy don't want to wear no other colors. Leave Jimmy alone. Jimmy wants to wear black. I feel him. I like black, and black. But anywho, I'm simply saying that quality time with your child can help to heal them, right? And here's the third thing you're gonna do. You're gonna ensure that all of your children feel special. Because how many of us are like the oldest? I'm the oldest. I am a classic eldest child. Google the traits of an eldest child. I've got 79.53% of them. Of those traits. Definitely. Not all of them are healthy either. Not all of them are like, oh, she's a leader. Oh, she's a go-getter. Nah, B. Nah. She's stressed. She takes on stress that doesn't even belong to her. Because she's the oldest. I digress. Anyway. Then you've got that middle child. Or a child that falls somewhere in the middle. And what does it say? They get lost, right? They get lost in the shuffle. But guess what? Not with these individualized dates. They're going to feel special. They're going to feel important. And when you make your child feel special and important, trust me, things change. Things are easier on you as a mom. And guess what else? Let me tell you a little secret. When you spend individualized time with your children, it honestly frees up your time. Girl, it's a hack. It's a hack this is a hack, okay? Schedule that time every week with each child that you have. If you have more time in your life, do 2 dates a week. It doesn't matter. If you've got 5 kids, heck, date those kids every single night of the week. Bam, it's your day, it's your day, it's your day, it's your day, it's your day. I told y'all, quit having all these kids. I can't keep up. Look at this. Look how many days. I'm just kidding. I've got a lot of kids too. It's okay. It's okay. It's cool. I love the babies. I love children. So there you have it. I really hope this hack helped you. I really hope this is something that you can use. I definitely used it when my children were growing up. And it helped me a lot because I had so many different things that I was trying to juggle. And I never wanted any of my children to feel second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth to other things that I had to do in my life. So thank you for watching. If you liked it or if you found this helpful, give me a thumbs up. If you think that this might help another parent, please share it. And if you really like my content, hit that subscribe button. I come at you twice a week with videos like this. Now, in the comments, I want you to do a couple things. One, tell me how you're spending time with your children, or what kind of tips, tricks, or hacks that you use to make sure that your children are getting that individualized time. I'd love to hear about it. And number two, let me know if you try this and tell me how it works. Tell me what you think. Again, it does not have to cost money. It can be free. It does not have to be outside of your home. You can go in your backyard and catch fireflies, just you and one of your children. Maybe don't catch them. Okay, Peter gonna get me. Don't catch them, but definitely look at them and admire them, chase them. I don't know. Whatever is the right thing to do. That's what I want you to do. But I think you guys get my drift. So bottom line, spend some time with those babies. Make it individualized. And here, listen here, call it a date. Very specifically, call it a date. Because, ooh, doesn't that feel special? When you say, oh, I'm going on a date with my mommy, I'm going on a date with my daddy. It doesn't have to be girl, boy. It's not that kind of date. So don't put those constraints on it. It's just simply, we have set a date to go somewhere, right? Because I date my daughters and my sons. It's totally not weird, right? I promise. So until next time, peace and love.